Hello, LVR members. Welcome to our candidate interviews for this year's election for the 2025 LVR Board of Directors. I'm Josh Campa, your 2024 president-elect, and I have the pleasure of serving on the election committee as well. I'm here today with George Kypreos, who is a candidate for the 2025 president-elect position, and we're going to discuss some important questions to help our Realtor members get to know this year's candidates. George, thank you for being here with me today. Let's get into our first question. Taking on an officer or director position at LVR requires a major commitment of time and energy. Attendance at events like committee meetings, board meetings, professional standards hearings, and many others are required. Additionally, you may be invited to visit other events in the community as well. Tell us what you've done to prepare for this personally and with regards to operating a successful business.
Josh, thanks for having me today. Great question. So before I put my hat in the ring to run for the president-elect position to serve behind you, hopefully, I had to do some soul searching, right? I looked at my family life, my health, my obligations to my business, and I had to weigh everything out. If I agree to do something, I want to do it 100%. It's a 3-year commitment, right? I'm going to have to serve, with you behind you as president-elect, then president, then past president. So it's a 3-year stint, and I don't think it ever ends after that. I think once you get into this, you're always going to have your hand involved. So I've made the adjustments to my business. I've assigned some tasks to some folks that are going to have to make decisions for me. I think I'm going to be splitting my time up probably 50-50 between business and the association. Of course, family is always going to be top of mind. My little girl is number one to me, so she'll always probably be tugging on me and winning my ear, but plenty of George to go around.
Awesome. Thank you, George, for that answer. For our next question, can you tell us in your words how you think the LVR board and the MLS board work together as a team? What role do you think that MLS plays in the leadership role at LVR?
Good question. Look, the MLS is a vital tool that our members use on the daily, right? It's the tool that we disseminate our data. It's where our homes are listed. It's where people get their information. This stuff gets disseminated to the third-party sites. It's very important, right? So that board and our board, as it does now, needs to work hand in hand. I think we're doing a good job there, along with the changes that have been made. Look, we've all had to roll our sleeves up with the NAR lawsuit and the changes that the MLS is going to take, with co-ops being removed here shortly. So I would say double down on what's working. Communication's always my thing, right? I think when you get folks in the room and you can air out disagreements, confusion, sometimes you assume people are thinking something. If you talk to them a little bit, you can actually find out you're on the same page, but my bottom line is we need to protect it. The MLS is a vital tool for our members.
Thank you, George, for that answer. For our next question, in your opinion, in order for LVR to continue to grow, what are 1 or 2 issues that must be addressed by leadership over the next 3 years?
Another great question. I'd like to double down on what's working. I'm proud to sit on the board with you now as a director. Lots of major accomplishments have been taking place. So some changes can always be made to move forward. I would say one is bringing in the talent of our members. Even running for this position, there's only a handful of people who qualify. I mean, there was a dozen or so folks who qualified to run for president-elect, right? So the path to serve is so narrow. And I can tell you there are probably 100 people equally or even more qualified than myself that didn't make the list because they hadn't been on a committee or they hadn't served as a director. Now, we can't just let anyone come in off the street and just, tear the place down. But one step could be, how do we take advantage of the talent that our members have, right? We have brokers with years of experience and talented practitioners that know the business, that run small businesses, that if we could bring them in somehow and engage with them so we're not on an island and only be 15 of us trying to make these major decisions. So I'd say bringing in the talent of our association into kind of the room if there's a way to do that.
Awesome. Thank you for bringing up those points, George. For our final question, if you can change one thing about LVR right now, what would it be?
Another good question. Josh, you thought of some good ones today. I tell you, I would say most everything is going well. I'm really proud to be a member of LVR and a director. We can always do better. I can tell you that there are members that don't feel that the communication is there, and I know how hard we try. People just don't open their emails. They're bombarded every day with so much that they're just closed down. There's got to be a way to share what we're doing and bring people inside other than an email. I don't know what it is. I can tell you that there are brokerages that have hands-on leadership, that they're there getting the information from us and they're going to their agents. But there are other brokerages that there aren't folks in the office. And these agents just sit out there on their own. They're working at home and they don't get to hear the things. Like now we're changing forms. Who's talking to these people? If they're not opening the email and they don't know that the forms are changing, they're going to wake up one day and have a form and they're not going to know what it is. So we just have to double down on communication. Open our arms out to the members and say, hey, we're here for you. The building's open. It opens at 8 o'clock. Come on in, meet your officers, meet your directors, meet the staff. We just got to have open arms.
Awesome. Well, thank you, George, so much for being here with me today and for your commitment to volunteerism at Las Vegas Realtors. LVR members, make sure that you remember voting starts Monday, August 5th and ends at August 7th at 2 p.m. Thank you.